Right now. Right now. What is up, my friends? Happy Wednesday. It is the Thanksgiving Eve, and this little pump of mine, right on time. Bitcoin's heading at 90K again. It was a very exciting price the first time we saw it. Maybe not quite as exciting now, but we are so back. Let's go. And back down. No, I'm just playing. Back to 90K right here as we go live. Perfect timing. Well, what do I say? I tell you, you got to stay subscribed. You want to catch these streams when we go live because I very commonly stage them or aim for them to go live right at the spiciest times. And here we are again, catching the spiciest of moves. Bitcoin getting a little rebound here. Crypto total market cap showing the same thing. Things are looking better than they were. It's really actually kind of nice to have a little break here. The last few weeks have been just crazy streams. We've been live almost every day. I appreciate you guys tuning in and day out. You keep the fuel on this fire. I appreciate you guys so much. I've been starting all of our streams with this. What this stream is about and why we're here. We have been here on YouTube almost 7 years as a community, and I see us largely as a community first. We are a collection of crypto people talking about crypto, being nerds, sharing, I don't know, our excitement that nobody else understands. We are not here to tell you the future. I'm not a fortune teller. I don't know for sure what's going to happen tomorrow. Nobody does. Lots of people will lie to you for your clicks and for your money and for your views. But here we keep it real. I try to give level-headed analysis. I do have my biases. I am a human. I don't give financial advice. I just do the charts and do my trades, and hopefully you guys can get some value out of that. And that's about it. At worst, we are a place for you to vent, to bring your ideas, to talk, to chat. Get it out, because the real world doesn't want to hear about this. So if you're new out there, this is the place for you. We have no scandals. No scandals. I've never accepted money to dump on you guys. Never taken any of the thousands of offers of probably totals of millions of dollars to promote scams and drainers and all that shit so you guys lose. That's the opposite. The goal here, I love crypto, and especially I love Bitcoin. It's changed my life, and I want it to change your life too. And the only way I think that's possible is if you find the right place in the beginning before you get completely wrecked, to find the right place for you to allow that to grow, allow that to blossom. Anyway, we are here, and Bitcoin hit 90K. We're going to look at Bitcoin. We're going to look at total. You guys are going to tell me what alts are moving. Maybe we'll mix up the formula today. Maybe we'll ask the chat first. It sounds like a good idea. We'll mix it up. We'll do that first. You guys will share with me what is moving, what's going on, because I try to keep track of the whole market, but it's not exactly possible. So let's jump into that. But as we do, please make sure you've liked the stream, you've subscribed, you've shared it out, you voted in the poll. All the engagement. The more engagement we get, the more YouTube shows this to new people. So those brand new, searching for content people can find our live stream and hopefully not get wrecked. That'd be awesome. Let's go. Oop. Hold up. Got a little operational error here. Wouldn't be a stream without a little technical difficulty. I am a one-man team when it comes to these streams. There we go. That's looking good. That's looking just fine. There it is. All right. All right, boys. All right. Yeah, let's do this. Usually we start out, I just talk for like 45 minutes. I hammer in on the charts. A lot of you guys do appreciate that, but sometimes it gets a little dry. Bitcoin is moving more than the last, actually a few days. It feels, wow. It's actually been 5 days since a big scary move. Last Friday, now we're on Wednesday, basically been ranging 81 to 87. That's a 10% range, which isn't bad. Just breaking out here. So we're seeing the first warm up of a bounce, hopefully. But But instead of doing that, let's see what you guys are talking about. Let's see who's here today first in the main chat on YouTube, youtube.com/TomCrown. If you're anywhere else like Eternal G over on Twitch, I love you, brother. Or on X or on Rumble, you can come join us with the crew. And the crew over here on YouTube. What's up, Alexandra G, OBSY, Bullish Mike, Carlos, Pinosa. What's up, Cool Cat, Crypto 424. I see you, Dos Peach and Dino Mike. What's up, bros? Dark Sai, DJG. One Up Trading. Welcome. They're refreshing now. Dammy 20, Doran, Dusty Hunt, EJ Mac, Emerson. Welcome back, Emerson. Fiego, Jack Starlight, Josh Kennington, Kai Dolt. I can't pronounce that one. What's up, Chris Pax? Another YouTuber. How you doing, brother? Lee. Lio Tour, Madu Futures, Map of Success, Martin P, Matthew Barnes, McPooch, Nimoy, Psychedelic Astronaut, Raccoon Evil, Renee Silva. Welcome back, bro. I don't know if you've been here, Renee, since YouTube went with the channel tags now. Everyone's names are changed up, but I recognize you. What's up, Seek and Hunt, DCAing Pickle, my bud, my bestie on YouTube. Real Sweens, Tony Punch, Tonzi Norman, Turbo Cummins, Giggity, and you're in Obu. So I'm used Ripple. I missed some people as they just jumped in here. Say hello. Eternal G says Dash is pumping. We'll probably have to go after it. We'll take a look. Still Renee Silva. Yeah, but yeah, you never know. What's up, Boss Fountain? Dom, Mr. Dinkles. Bought that dip. I did open the long. The long is still open. It's not the biggest, not the greatest long in the world. I do still have that position, don't I? There we go. 69% on 10x. So what? The position's up 7%. Woo! Let's go. Up $500. I'll take it after like what, a few thousand lost live. Over the last 4 weeks, that's been rough. What's up, Arson Jutt, Derek Anderson, Pravin Shokel, subscribing. Make sure you guys are engaging with the live stream, subscribing, liking. What is up? Chirpow is almost up. He's up in December. It's going to be a spicy meeting. QE starting soon. We are almost done. Isn't that wild? We're almost done with November. November has flown by. I think it's because we've been streaming so much. There's been so much to talk about. Speaking of which, Total's still moving. Total putting on higher highs here in the daily candle. Bitcoin holding on to 90K. That's actually getting a little spicy. Things might be getting more exciting than I thought. I was like, I won't even stream today. Nothing's happening. And then I felt it. I felt the breakout. Jumped on. Are we back? We're so back, baby. How you doing, Crypto Knight? Let's get it over with. I agree. At this pace, I'll be able to afford sleeves. If Bitcoin keeps going up, guys, I don't want to get anyone excited. I don't want to make promises that I can't keep, but I could buy some sleeves. What's up, Frez? How you doing, bro? It's good to see you. Vip and Das, welcome. Your money on a Bart Simpson pattern and then dump to 74K. The lows are not off the table. The lows are not off the table yet. Analysis from, I don't even remember now, but Monday. Analysis from Monday. We're looking for like 106. I'd say like 102 to 106. If you really want to be super tight with it, 100 to 106. This was not really a surprise to us. I've been talking about this the last few streams. Bitcoin has made a very one-sided move, a very sharp, inefficient move to the downside over the last, God, it's been 50 days now. Dude, how is this real life? It's been 51 days. What? 51 days with very little upside, very little bounce. Sentiment pure bear. We are out of bull territory sentiment here. My posts on Twitter, follow me at Tom Crown on Twitter, or X Twitter, have been doing really well, and bull posting not doing that great. People are feeling the bear vibes, and I think it's time for a bounce. This I wouldn't even consider a bounce yet. At this point, we're at 90.3, so we put on $300 plus since we started the live. I expect this to continue, and I'll just go over, I know I said I'd ask the chat, but here I go. Just locking in again. This is important stuff. People are tuning in, and this is probably what they want to hear. Where do I think it's going? Is this bounce going to continue? here are these setups that we talked about on Monday and on Friday, and nothing has really changed in my mind. What I'm looking for is at minimum 93,350. That is the yearly open. It did not act as support in the way I expected it to on the way down into November. You guys saw me open along. I got crushed on it. But that was a logical place to look for liquidity for a bounce. That did not happen. We literally traded through, closed below on the day, painted a bearish order block, and really just kind of knifed to 80.7. I'll just say knifed. We are now bouncing a little bit, and I expect that 93.3, the yearly open, to be tested again as resistance. Even if we are going to trade to 74 or below or whatever number you're looking at, that's certainly on the table, going lower than 80.5. But first, I believe we will see at minimum 93. 93.3. Sweep that liquidity above, bait in some long orders, and sell off and crush everyone. What I think is more likely, though, and possibly scarier, is a larger bounce, the dead cat bounce, if you will, up into the 102 to 106 zone. This would be a pretty common retracement. If you look at our high, our all-time high from October, down to our low in November, golden Fibonacci retracement level sits right there at 106. There's so much confluence on at this level. Doesn't matter what time frame even you're looking at, what indicator, what you're like, everything is here. We got our 50-day moving average in that area. Our 200-day is creeping on down to meet 106. If you go to the weekly, you're going to find similar confluence. There is so much pointing to that level that I think that's where we're heading. The issue with 106-ish up here in this box is that's where it gets scary. That's where this bull run can actually be threatened, or even potentially give us confirmation or signals that it's over. We'll never actually know until it's too late, but I believe the probability of moving back to 106 is very high. And the good news, at least for me and for many of you out there, is if you're in underwater positions, that might be a time that you look to get out of them, or you look to open a hedge. I told you guys I will open some kind of short around that area. I'm going to stick to that plan, even though I want it to continue, and I still do believe all-time highs this year are possible. I'm still going to look for a hedge around that area. So the problem is this: if we move to 93 and reject, we probably are just going to see a sweep and then a move to 106. It feels like almost any road is going to take us back there. When we get to this point, a failure to move back to all-time highs and then selling pressure, breaking our low, pretty much confirms a bear market. Like, realistically, anything is possible, but if 106 is hit, price is sold off, and we trade lower than 80.5, that looks terrible. That I believe all the probabilities move to we're going to be shorting for the next year. So I'm not afraid. I'm not really worried yet or stressed, but as price retraces higher, things get a little more serious and have a bigger impact on basically the next month into the next year. Yeah, that's right. It's getting spooky out there. Just in time for the year to end. I'm still leaning towards a new all-time high this year. Maybe I'm delusional. I don't know. Something doesn't sit with me right here. I think we get a little more. There is the 2-second explanation of where I think we're going. What's up, Min? I see you subscribe. Welcome. Fear killed Padme. I mean, fear is for the Sith. Steady, lads. Deploying more capital. Where is 𝐂𝐡𝐚 when we need him? We need 𝐂𝐡𝐚. What's up, off grid? If the timeliness follows last cycle, just like the top did, the top so far, son. The dead cat bounce won't be until February. Could reach the 50 MA then. Hey, could be. Nobody knows. No one knows. It's interesting how many people now, it is a great signal though. How many people have just accepted this as the cycle top? I like that. I like that a lot. It is making me ever so needed more bullish on retesting. Either way, we are good traders, or we try to be, so we should position ourselves to be okay in either scenario, whether we have all-time highs to come or whether we don't. We should position ourselves wisely, which means not being all in nor all out, in my opinion, just how I see it. Looking for hedge opportunities on bounces. If you think the bear market is here, probably a good idea to look for a position on a bounce, like equal highs, whatever it is, lower high. That's the way to go. We should be positioned either way. If you've actually followed us through the bear markets here, I have always had a short open at the all-time high. Now, not opening it at the all-time high, but I've always had some kind of hedge open that didn't get liquidated and ends up being in profit after the all-time high. I also end up closing it too early and don't actually benefit from it the way I should. So let's see if this cycle or this trip around I can do a little bit better. That's my goal. It's a little bit better all the time. I hope you put in an all-time high. I hope so too, man. This cycle, though, it's, you know, we'll get there when we get there. I'm always honest with you guys. I'll just be disappointed. This will be really weird. It won't paint a very bright picture for like the next cycle, which I think is the hard part. But maybe that's what we need. Maybe we need that crushing defeat to Moon. What else are we looking at today, boys? Bitcoin, we're going to keep an eye on it. I'm going to set very tight alerts. We'll come back to it. We have total over here. We could even put Bitcoin over here, but we have the screen in screen action. What else are we looking at? Caspa doing Caspa things. Last time I looked at Caspa, it was not too happy. It was not doing such a good job. What about USDTD? USDTD, tether dominance coming right on down on timing. It did blow past target, but coming back to reality. Crazy that we've actually seen this drop 10%, but Bitcoin really has not moved. I mean, off the low, it is up 10%, but I was hoping this would give us a little bit more downside. The more tether dominance falls, the greater chance at that potential next leg up or final leg up of this year or this cycle becomes. We are watching, or I'm watching, at 5.73 very closely. I was expecting it to reject from this level. We have broken past. Now looking for potentially support there. And a bounce going to be a very bearish sign. I'll probably look to get out of any kind of long that I make, even the one I'm in, if we see some bouncing at 5.7. I really want to see that come back down. Dash. There you go. There you go, Eternal G. I think we looked at this for you Monday. Looks like that long worked. 56. Now at 67.3. I don't love that it stopped here at 67.3. This was resistance from long ago. Very long ago. We broke it. I was looking for a bounce there that didn't play. Now we're below. Come back up. Testing it as resistance like that. That's not the greatest. I really want to see this over 67.35. Get above that, and I think you can break this descending pattern and move back to 127 again. We really did well on these trades for Dash. I should have taken them. You guys got to remind me when I start hitting the trades on a coin back to back. Got to be like, Tom, why don't you open a trade on that? It's all your fault. It's all your fault. Monad. What a weird name, dude. Monad is up to 4.5 cents. I don't know if this like really counts this wick, this like low down here. 0.05. I don't really know if that counts. I feel like that was probably just for a second. Yeah. Yeah, it wasn't, not even for a second. It was for like one tick, and clearly intentional. Clearly intentionally ticked there. Interesting. I think it's safer to say like 2.5 cents. I think that was the ICO price anyway. People who got in on this, I guess you're in profit here. 4.5 cents. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Clearly and always 5 cents is a solid upside target. That's not really far from where we are. 9.6, 9.5, 618 retrace. Maybe we shouldn't count that wick though. Maybe we should just use this. Still at the 0.5, weirdly, a lot of confluence there. I don't have any of this. If I had bought some of this, especially at that 2.5 cent target, 2.5 cent ICO, I would absolutely look to take some profit at just below 10 cents and just below 15 cents. These would be very juicy. What is that, a 4x and a 6x? At minimum, I would just get my profits out, or my cost out. Whatever I put in on it can hold the rest of the bag. I don't know. You guys were telling me you like the tech on this, so I mean, if you believe in it, cool. But still, it's just like every single time it seems that getting your profits out, getting your cost out, whatever you put in on it, removing the risk from this trade, just always is the play. Yeah, you miss some of the upside if it goes up forever, but that's why you don't get all out. You just take out your cost and let it ride. Then you can ride it to wherever. It's always the play. Don't fool yourself. Solana up a little bit. Whole market's up a little. Why are coins up today significantly? Well, are they up significantly? Let's actually look. They're up. The answer to that is going to be not the answer you want. But let's look. Cass is up. All right, touche, my friend. You said Cass. Who was that? Someone said Cass doing Cass things. We'll look at Cass. Hype is up. Pi Network is up. So here's the real talk. Ooh, my Monero is up. Ooh, Monero is up. 400, nice. I thought it was higher than that. Let's be real. Why are coins up across the board? Because coins have been very down. Over the last 50 days, things have gotten absolutely crushed. Markets, for whatever reason, it's probably a symptom or dynamic of the way short and long positions play off of each other. That'd be my best guess. But I think even before leverage existed, this was still true. Markets do not move in a straight line. They move like waves. Very in touch with the universe. Everything is a wave, man. They move like waves. Over the last 50 days, things have been hammered down so hard with very little relief. We're basically just seeing like at this moment, it's a dead cat bounce. But we are just seeing a reversion back to that median line, back to that equilibrium. I think that's a really good way to think of moving averages, and that's why I value them, is moving averages, while they're not perfect, they are a visualization of that equilibrium, of kind of the real value. You know, things get overvalued and undervalued, and they're always seeking back to that middle point. Everything is down so much, and this is why it's not a sexy answer, is everything is down so much that today, or over the last few days, it's up, and it's really just a product of it being sold so hard. You look at Bitcoin, you say, oh, it's up 11%. It's still down 28% from 50 days ago, right? We're off our low, 12%. That's great. I want it to keep going, but the more consistently and with the more inefficient, meaning the less moves up and down, the bigger these responding moves typically are, to kind of just come back in and bring things back to a fair but now different value. Everything across the board is bouncing. That's the explanation. You know, we can pretend, or I can feed you a crock of shit and be like, it's because the job numbers or the CPI, or, you know, like, it doesn't matter. None of that shit matters. It matters, but it doesn't matter to answer this question. The answer is things were so down, now they're going back up. And that's why we look at retracements. Maybe this is a good spot for that. We look at retracements because retracements also are a way to visualize that equilibrium, or that like real value, true value, whatever that means. There it is. There it is. Look at Cass. Cass, you said SPX 69,000. Is that Murad? What's his name? Wow. Cass BTC on October, that got crazy wicked. 100 sats, holy shit. Yeah. Where are we? Just bounced kind of nowhere. All right, I won't say nowhere. I wonder why this is missing from the chart. I'm sure it's been on the chart before. It is saving itself. I was a little worried. CAS looked really bad for a while. Monthly order block there about 4 cents, 3.9. Support. Ooh, okay. Well, this move is nice considering it's retaken 5 cents. That's solid. 5 cents was likely to be a kind of annoying resistance for CAS. It was support for weeks. You can see we were even looking for the bounce there. We were looking for a return at least to like 6.5 cents, maybe even 7.5. That did not happen. Came down to your lower historical support on the month. Bounced. This is a good start. This is what you want to see, obviously, in coins. It's going to be hard to trust anything. It's hard to trust Bitcoin's bounce right now. This is kind of cool. Using the fib tool, you can see your 0.5 sits at 6.5 cents here, 618 at 7.5. You have some stacked resistances here. Nice and stacked. Man, this does look like shit. So many altcoins look like this. This is what we're hoping we don't see on Bitcoin. I hope CAS can fly at new all-time highs, but like I was talking about, if October is the high, we fell down into November and we're looking for that bounce to like 106. And I said, if that rejects on Bitcoin, then we're probably looking at a bear market. Like this is how I'd kind of imagine it would look. Like this. Poof. Woof. That's a solid weekly candle, man. Oop, did not mean to do that. I'm going to turn on some music in a minute. You broke the downtrend. That's cool. Money flow rolling over slowly. It's so hard to trust. What do you guys think? I can definitely see 6.5 cents, 7.5 on the table. But man, it's so hard to trust like any of these bounces. They're so brutal. 200 MA coming down to 7.5. Yeah, I like that. It is interesting that it's broken 5 and it's holding on to it. I would have, had I looked at this yesterday, I probably would have been like, no, you tested the 50-day, you're under 5 cents, like, it's probably rejecting. Today's candle, those is probably confirming some more upside I like up here. Definitely no trust. Just like a boyfriend who said he'll never do that again, dude. I believe that. Being an ex-fuckboy myself, yeah, that's good advice. Trusting is very hard at the moment. You have a question? Am I still enjoying Arc Raiders? I am, Nimoy. I am. Are you still enjoying it? I don't know how much longer I'm going to enjoy it, but I'm still enjoying it. Zach still down. Trending. Zach Pudgy. Avicii Render, dude. Render's like always trending no matter what. I don't see. Back under 90K and it's gone. Do I think we're in a bear market for Euro Ready Jack? Dude, I wish I knew, bro. I wish I knew. The probability of it is certainly, I mean, I would say like 50% at least. If you would have asked me that early October, I would have said no. We're probably we're looking for higher highs. I'm still looking for a break of the all-time high on Bitcoin into the end of the year. I'm still looking for it. So I don't think we are yet. I did go over some pretty easy confirmation in this where my confidence in that will really be diminished, and that is a lower high. I need to see some kind of lower high on this chart, like 106, maybe 102. Some kind of significant bounce where people get back into, okay, the bear market isn't here. It's too one-sided right now. People are ready for the bear market. People have been saying that was, October was the top of this cycle for really a while now. Even back here in late October, people were saying it. And without some kind of return to, oh no, we're wrong. Like we need to get retail back on the wrong side of this trade in order to go lower. That's my opinion. I still think, I think we see this at minimum. If we can't get past 106, then things get very ugly. I said this a bunch of times, but on a test of this 100 area, low 100s, if we do not make it through and we trade below 80.5K, so this month's low, if it looks like this, we're probably in a bear market. We can trade below it now and not be. Technically, we could come down, sweep 74, then move up to like this 106-ish area and still have a shot. But the lower high there is going to make this chart really, really irredeemable. Maybe one thing we should hold on to too is this cycle was largely, especially if the top is in, for the cycle. The cycle was really unusual. Professor Beans, why are you boofing? Beans. Just boofing. Really unusual. Really, really unusual. We had an all-time high before halving. We had like a really diminished return here. We didn't even see 2x the previous all-time high. We didn't even trade 100% up from 2021's high. If it's over, the one silver lining is that the bear market is probably going to be equally different. Maybe it's not as long. Maybe the return, we don't see as deep of a sell-off, as low prices. I think that's reasonable. I think that's a reasonable bet. I wish I knew though, bro. There's a lot of people out there who are going to lie to you and say, oh, I knew it, I know it. And like they may end up being right in hindsight, but they don't know. Literally, no one knows for sure. It's just unknowable. Markets are unknowable. They are largely random. I don't know if that's true. I don't know if I believe they're random, even though at any given time they are kind of like quantum mechanics. It's like they could just move in any direction. I believe that markets now, I don't think that markets operate the same way as they did maybe 100 years ago even. I think markets now really move just away from, like, we have this idea of like demand, supply and demand. It's like, I feel like markets are the opposite of that now. When it comes to stocks valuations, it's like when there is demand, it's like sold into, and when there is supply, it's like bought up. I can't understand it. I don't know why that makes sense, but I honestly have yet to really see anything over the last 5 years. Maybe COVID changed it. Maybe we went into some bizarro market world during COVID. I haven't seen an example of something that makes sense in markets in the longest time. Like we cut interest rates, like prices, like stocks tank. The government shuts down, things tank. The government opens up, things tank. Like it's disconnected with logic now. I don't know how I got on this point. Potentially it was never connected to logic, but it maybe felt like it in the past. Now it definitely doesn't. Ethereum's having a good day. VeChain's going to explode, says Adventures of Smokey the Bandit. I got VeChain somewhere. I think it's like staked. You can stake VeChain, right? What is logic? No, don't know. I don't know anymore. Different, but the same. What's up, Jets? How you doing, bro? How you weathering this? What's up, Whiskey Channel? Things will be different going forward because the environment is different. I think that's valid. It's valid. I'm not sure how tradable it is. I think it's valid. It's also, though, valid to say the environment's always different. And so it should always be different. And so then if it's always different, then is it really different this time? No, I don't know. I'm not sure. Ethereum having a little bounce. Let's see what happens at 3,050. 3,050. I was so ready for 2,570 and did not come. 26.27 on Ethereum low. This is the 3,100 mark here is a little intimidating. It's weird how altcoins do look like the way I don't want Bitcoin to look. God, Ethereum, dude. If the top is in for Ethereum this cycle, this is this horseshit chart. What is this? It's like crazy. crazy strong. It's like, oh, Ethereum will come all the way back down to 2,000 and then go all the way back up to 4,000. It'll just paint the giant pattern that we see on all these coins. It was like, what is this bullshit? Trade to 5,000 after November's 4,900. That's what I'm saying. I think, honestly, what I believe right now, and take this with a grain of salt, my bias is bullish. What I believe right now is the market is just going to continue dumping. When I say the market, I mean Bitcoin, crypto. It's going to continue dumping until max pain is up. It's going to be impossible to know exactly when max pain is up, right? I wouldn't doubt it if it already was. But I feel almost as if it's just dumping. There's like not going to be any analysis or long with it. It's not going to be any, I don't know, TA isn't going to nail it. It's just going to be like, as soon as there is just all the money pointing down, we move back to all-time highs. It's an explosive move, basically a short squeeze. We see all-time high broken on Bitcoin. You know, I don't know what price this takes us to. We see a short squeeze at the all-time high. We get a big move just like every other cycle. People buy back in. That's when we hear your mom and dad calling, your friends calling, getting in. And then it's the top and it's over. And then the cycle is just like every other cycle. It's really just missing that euphoria stage. It doesn't have to be a long euphoria stage. It doesn't have to like be weeks and weeks or months and months. It could be, I don't know, just like the last 2 weeks of December, right? You blast 150, 170, like that's not a crazy number. And then it's just over, right? You spend the next year selling off, bouncing, new people are yelling like, buy the dip, oh, I got it so cheap. And it's like, now it's just like it's always been. That's what I really think is going to happen. I think we're just seeking out whatever that is. And that is, maybe that explains, at least in my mind, why this sell-off has had no bounce. Because it's just max pushing down, max getting sentiment in the other direction. And it's worked so well. People are so bearish, it's crazy. It's a good thing. I think that's a good thing. QT era, yeah, I don't know. There's always that possibility that QT starts and we just have like another cycle. I don't know. It's hard to bet on, simply because betting on something totally new and different, I feel, is a big risk to reward, right? It's like, why are you betting on it? Like, history is your best guide. Ooh, here we go. This is cool. Funding. I've been bitching about funding since we started dumping. Why does it do this? Been bitching about funding since we started dumping, and I'm still gonna bitch because it's still not negative, but it is the lowest it's been. This is considered very lightly bullish funding. I really want to see this be like negative 0.01, 0.02, 0.03%. This is under the neutral rate, and that's considered bullish, and it does set you up for a short squeeze. This has been progressively moving down as the last 50 days have gone on. It's getting closer. I can't necessarily say bottom signal right there, anything like that. But it is going in the right direction. Damn. That's interesting. Open interest. This is definitely not great. This is not what I was hoping to see, but whatever it is, well, that's what it is. All-time high. So this is kind of going to go against the point I'm going to make, but like I said, markets are just fucking irrational sometimes. Open interest was rallying with price, meaning like perpetual traders and spot traders agreed with price going up. When we sold off in October on that big old crash, open interest crashed too and hit really low levels. Now, not historically low, but very low levels. And open interest continued to climb as price moved down. So typically we would say that's traders agreeing that price moves down. Since the reversal, we've seen open interest move down. This would, I would say this like suggests price is going to keep moving down. But right here, that didn't happen. Open interest climbed and price climbed, so it didn't behave that way. Where did this come? Didn't behave that way, but yeah, what the hell? If we're just looking at open interest and price, still bearish. God, my lips are dry. Fucking winter, man. Winter, you're such a bitch. Oh, I should put on music. What music should I put on? What's up, Galactia? Subscribed here. Welcome. Yeah, you see like low and open interest moving down, price moving down. Traders not agreeing, reversal. Traders agreeing, reversal. Not great. Really would like some more bullish signals, please. Please give us more hopium. I need it. For my precious longs. Nemo, I never saw what you said about arc raiders. I'm curious. Excision and Sullivan King. Ooh. I don't know if I ever played Excision. I don't know if they'll strike me. Not strike me. I don't know if they'll like boot the stream. Let's find out. If the stream goes down, you'll know why. Ooh, here's some pump music. Let's go. Saw both of them at Lost Lands. By the way, ooh, I want to be a music reaction channel. We're doing this. We're giving it away. Someone in here can win. At my discretion. So when just whoever I want. There you go. This song's different. I like it though. Did it all for the... Yeah, we're giving away 2 memberships. Trading Views, just giving them to me to give away. I said randomly at my discretion, so whenever, that means whatever I want. Just retweet this and tag 2 friends. Put the link in the video description below. At Tom Crown on X. We'll pick winners. We'll pick winners. Trading View, but it's free. It's free for a year. For a whole year. What's up, Adam Tweak? Nookie. I know, I keep thinking it's going to say Nookie. Did it all for the Nookie. I love dubstep. Oh, yeah. Do you need a credit card or bank account? I don't know. I don't think so. I don't know, DJ Liverance. I'm not sure. Like, you don't have to pay for it. It's a year subscription. I would assume not. I would assume not. Here's a great example of shit not making sense in the world, especially for markets. Look at Nvidia. Nvidia had awesome earnings, and what happened? It dumped. This is where the earnings came out, where they did great. So what did they do? I mean, now it's back to about 0, but down 8% on the good earnings. Traded 13% down. This shit doesn't make sense. Markets don't make sense. I hate to be like that old man yelling like, in my day, like, but I don't even know if in my day they made sense. Did they ever make sense, or did we just want them to? They probably did make sense at some point. Before giant capital, before, you know, crazy amounts of algorithmic trading. I think 152 is still a good target on NVIDIA. Got so close. Ganja. Ganja White Knight. Seen them live. This is the motive. Here we go. What are the main indicators that you should sell right now before a major Bitcoin and altcoin crash? That's the whole game, bro. That's the whole thing. The main indicators. Macro lower highs after lower lows. I can elaborate. It's not an indicator though. XRP. That short was playing for a little bit now. I still like it. CME. That tiny gap is still open on CME. Little cunty gap. Here's the best way, I think. God, I'm just like repeating myself 100 times. Macro high, all-time high for Bitcoin. Ganja. Break of structure. I guess we haven't technically broken structure yet. Yeah, either way. Lower highs. Failure to retreat back to the highs and a break of the low. This is what I'm looking for. Reject, break the low here, and you probably got a year of pain ahead. Unfortunately, you know, when do we know major down movements will happen, or when will major up movements happen? It's like the question, if there was an answer, everybody would be rich. There is no definitive answer there. I wish. Dollar's coming down. That's not bad. Total crypto market cap still down for the year. So is Bitcoin, but down 4% for the year. What a weird, dude. What weird candles. How can it close like this? We've never seen a candle close like this on the year. Actually, look at that. Look at 2022's candle. Perfect close at the open of 21. That's more of what, this is what I would be expecting. It's like we close green and then next year we come all the way back down to it. MSTR seems like it's stopped the bleeding for now. Oh no, Levity. I do love Levity, but they're more annoying when it comes to the copyright stuff. It is hard to be confident. Solana actually looking pretty good. Solana directly at resistance. If I had to take a position, I'd take a short, but looking pretty good if it can get just a few cents higher here. Look at this. I want to see Levity live now. Shout out to Zach. That is quite a bottom. That. Man. It's starting to feel like we're going to get one more chance to get out on like most of these charts. And then God help us. New drip. All right, what else should I look at? Michael Burry's spending money on bots to fund Nvidia, probably. You know what's funny is Michael Burry closed his like capital thing like at the top, right? Just watching the market, yeah. USDT, you know, that's not a bad explanation. When do we know when a major downside move will come? Like I said, nobody knows. But USDTD is a great chart to be watching. Watch what happens here. This bounces here. Probably a crash. Probably a crash coming. If it falls through, probably a pump coming. Will I look at one of your short poems? Of course I will, 𝐂𝐡𝐚𝐫𝐿. I love your poetry, you know that. Be ready. What about XL? I'm sure. Hold up. We do need some divine intervention. Thank you, Ryan. Please make that happen. Looks so much like XRP, except it never went to all-time high. This chart, like XRP did this at the exact same time, and then did this. Did like the same thing, except up here. I thought it was going to go to all-time high last year. Isn't that crazy? Last year we were like looking for all-time highs. Got skunked here, man. 22 cents was the play.
The 2025 word of the year. Levity.
Damn, that's wrecked. We TP'd the top there. That's fire. Back down. You see this on a lot of things. I don't love it. It's this testing of support over and over. Wouldn't doubt XL. I'm going to like 33 cents here. But if it doesn't break this downtrend, what are you doing? Just coming right back. You're eventually looking to break down. You got support like 10 cents under here. I can't believe this didn't go to all-time high. A lot has changed since last year. It's kind of crazy to think about. By the way, it is 1 year now. Thanks to you guys. Thanks to you guys helped, but it's now 1 year without nicotine. Pretty fire. Oh, I'm gonna skip this one because I have a feeling. Are they all gonna? Yeah, we're just gonna have to deal with all the copyright crap at the end. It's been 1 year since I quit vaping, quit nicotine. Cold turkey, haven't looked back. I feel no different, but maybe that just means I feel normal. Kind of thought I would like feel something. But I guess it's just like returning to a normal level of health. Dude, Solana might be doing it right, Meow. Moving higher in this moment. I need chapstick. Solana pushing. Caspa still moving. Damn. Caspa. Or holding. This hasn't really moved since we looked at it. Solana up, Caspa up. AAVE is up. Flare, I don't even want to look at you. Vet is up. Caspa looks pretty good here though. I don't hate this. That looks like it's gonna flag out. Dude, I remember when people were all about this coin. Ooh, we just hit 196,000 subscribers while we're live. Right here. Perfect. Now a bunch of you will unsubscribe to like roll it back, but doesn't matter. You can stop this progress. We're only 4K away now. We very realistically will hit 200,000 on this channel by the end of the year. Well done. Well done. Thank you, friends. Vet BTC. This trade's not looking bad. Dismal bounce, but support is held at 13 sats for now. There we go. 2 more joined. And it's never good when you're seeing those old lines come back into play. God, everything looks so bad. Welcome to the 3 subscribers that just joined. Didn't tell me who you were, but if you're in the live chat, say hello. Everything looks so bad. It's hard to imagine things going down more because they look so bad. People loved this coin, and like, or maybe it was 21. I thought it was actually 18. It was like 2018. What is up, Dalvin, my guy? I see you subscribing. Today, Bitcoin's struggling here at 90K. Total moving a little. I hate where total's at, man. Being under 3 trillion is cursed. Blurst. Blursed. I have no idea what we're listening to. It's just like random songs playing. 3.25. 3.24. Ugly. There's so much above us. So much resistance. God damn. You long soul again at 139. Go for it, brother. Blursed, dude. All the charts are blursed. They're blursed. I think Monero still looks good. 𝐬𝐶 doesn't look terrible. It's weird though. 𝐬𝐶 does not look terrible. 𝐬𝐶 though might still fill this long. Not gonna be real. What's up, 𝐂𝐡𝐚 TV? Aereo, sure. Tell you it's not lost. Like, yeah, pay me a lot more than €3 to tell you to lie to you. No, I'm playing. I'll check it out. This could still fill, but it's like Dash can look good if it retakes 67. 𝐬𝐶 still looks fine. Monero, maybe I'm biased. You guys saw me buy thousands of dollars of Monero right here live. I think this still looks really good, but what does it mean? Like, how can these look good while the market just looks terrible overall? It just doesn't make sense. Ooh, Excision. Wait, who's this song? Moody Good, and Hamdi. Playing so many songs that are copyrighted. Pay for that later. It's okay, we're vibing. It's worth it. Aereo. I was pretty sure I longed this at $1 and got liquidated, so prepare to see a red trade. There it is, $1 got liquidated. Guess that's what stop losses are for. Yeah, got liquidated on October 10th with all mailer positions. Even with that liquidation, wick didn't trade lower than April. That's a good sign, I'd say. It means there's some buyers in the order book. This looks chopped. This looks cooked, but so does everything. Previous support, now resistance at like 72 cents here. Let's zoom out and see what we got here. Not much. Has it been 3 months since Lost Land yet? Counting the days down, right? Go to another musical event. Every 3 months. That's the trick to happiness and health. Every 3 months, go experience some Plur. Does not look great. I mean, $1 is probably in its future. It's just not a strong bounce. Okay, here's some hopium for you, my friend. Daily time frame, your lows are coming up. You're testing the 72, 73 cent resistance quite a bit. That's a pretty safe bet. Lows coming up. Flat top.
Must be a bad man season.
81 cents a dollar. I don't like this chart though, I'll be real with you. So many of these charts, man, it's like so hard. I could sit here and cherry pick stuff to like make a bullish argument, but I feel like, how does that help anybody? I'm sure we can find divergence, you know, like on lows, we can do all kinds of stuff, but it's like, I don't know. The whole market needs to recover for a lot of this to go up. That's how I feel. What's up, All Tech Solutions? Welcome, brother. Black Friday sale. It is lit. Do I believe in blood after blood? I don't know what that means, but yes. Amen, DJ Deliverance. Amen. Dust off that soul. 2 times a year. 2 times a year is good too. I say every 3 months, and like I've gone to one. I went to Lost Lands. Like haven't gone to a music festival since like 23. Since Moonrise was a thing. SPX. Still think that's the play. Kind of looks like SPX wants to break up though. Maybe not. Maybe not. Definitely in better condition than crypto. 200-day moving average right there. Right there at the previous high. Actually, speaking of that, we were young. Bitcoin flagging, so probably break into the downside since it's flagging. Look at the 200 week. 200 week still hasn't top signaled yet. Damn, 200 week, honestly. That top signal would be like Q2 of next year, May, June. It's not, of course, nothing's guaranteed. But in general, 200 week moving average. Why does Coinbase not have data? Why does it only have data till May 2018? What the hell? Okay, that's weird. $200 week in the past, when it has surpassed previous all-time high, has been pretty top signally. But that's really far away. January 22, right at the low. Still fell 50% from there. But this is kind of far away. Like July. Does the 159 look like a decent target for Sol? Did Sol break? Sol does look like it looks good for more of a bounce. 159. Sure. Okay. I like this. If it doesn't reject right here, I think it's going higher. Getting there today. I don't know about today, but still in a bearish trend, yeah, for sure, Ruben. We are nowhere near. We're nowhere near escaping this downtrend yet. But we entered this downtrend pretty quickly, so if we escape, If that's in the cards, probably gonna happen pretty quickly. Slowly, then all at once. That's what they say. This is what I'm looking for. And to back that point, even right here is still in the downtrend. You are in a downtrend here until all-time high. It does depend on how you look at it, right? So this would be, let's say it's like a daily downtrend. This would be a daily downtrend. We're still in it. It's like hard to see actually. Daily downtrend from the all-time high. The argument is valid as well though that this is still an uptrend. That's still valid. Valid until under 74k. Under 74k, then that uptrend is then over technically. We haven't even begun retracing. I didn't notice this, which is unsettling too. We haven't even begun retracing from the all-time high on the fib scale. The 236 is down here at April's low. Like this is how the chart sits for me. I think we're looking for some kind of bounce. The higher, the worse it is if we don't go back to all-time high. If we're going lower, I think we get another bounce at 74. 74, 76, April's low. There's just so much here. To throw this fib on it and see that that's where the 236 is. It fits. It's pretty. So yeah, we're in a downtrend for sure. We're in a downtrend here. We shouldn't lose sight that this is technically still an uptrend. Got to break this low. We have a higher high, higher low, higher high. Still technically a higher low, even though it's really grim. Still there. Man, this looks bad. It looks bad. It looks like if we do get an all-time high, I'll just be like right here, like 130. Bitcoin's been weird, man. The last cycle high, we never saw anything like this. Every other cycle high had been a blow off top. I guess we didn't really get one last cycle. Maybe we don't get one this cycle. You got to position accordingly. You got to plan for both. Because even if the top isn't in, it's going to come eventually, right? We're going to eventually see some kind of top. You want to pack your bags early. You don't want to pack your bags when you're supposed to be at the airport. Stuff look like crap. Are they going to keep looking like crap, man? It's possible they just look like crap until everyone is done, which might be close. Damn, we are so back. 900 votes. We are so back. I was hoping we would be. It's so over, but oh well. 15 to 17k. I think that's a little hopium. I'm not sure why people would be looking for 15k. Other than, I don't know, like I wanted to, I'd buy there. But to retest a bear market low, that's never been done. That would be a really bad sign. It's almost like if it were to hit there, I wouldn't even want to buy it. I still would. Diminishing return to the upside. Probably looking for diminishing return to the downside. Somewhere in this zone. I always thought it would be real slick to just sweep the ETF low and be the bear market bottom. 70%. 60%, just under 50. I mean, like 50k, 38k, 30k. Maybe 25k. I don't know though. I'm not sure why people would be looking here. What's going on? Doesn't make sense. We've had diminishing returns to the upside. We've also had diminishing returns to the downside. Doesn't make sense to look for like increased downside. That would be scary. Bitcoin is seriously flagging out. Is this it's going to keep running today? The narratives will narrative, right? What's up, Cigars Vlog? How you doing, brother? Welcome. 200 weekly on the chart. We did look at that actually not that long ago. I was just looking at that for the previous all-time high, and I said we're still like months away from it. We are months away from the 200-week passing 69K. There it is. 200 weeks at 55. We had really never traded below the 200 week before until the last bear market. Till 2022 into 23. Probably would make sense to see that happen again. Rut and Eth, the dim. Rut and Eth, I could see that as a comparison. Buy zone. Oh, I mean, until the last bear market, it was like the buy zone. And then the last bear market traded like 33% below it. That never really happened. We'd only ever seen wicks below it in the past. Why is Coinbase's data not loading, dude? It's weird. I wouldn't doubt. Let me see below it again. It's actually like really annoying that's not loading. Coinbase, you have the data. What are you, the Fed? You got the data? SAT, maybe we'll show it. Here we go. Here we go. Yeah, you look back, and the 200 week before the last bear market, before 2022 and 23, was like the perfect buy zone. Like perfect buys here, 15. Perfect buy in 18. Perfect buy in 2020. Not perfect, but close. And then 2022 came around, and the thing that always happens didn't happen, or, you know, was wrong. We actually traded under it for a while, revisited. So I wouldn't doubt that we'd see lower than this in the bear market. But 50K is not a bad spot to look for buys. I don't think. Go to the 300, and that was the perfect wick in COVID. 300 week. Traded below it just for a little bit. That'll give us... I have to do the math. This wick high. Just under 50. Now let's add the 400, because why not? 400 has never been tested. 400 gives us just below ETF's low, so it's like 38K. You know, these three moving averages, probably not a bad way to re-enter. Like, layered buys. I can see that. I guess we're strangers again. Bitcoin, just go. Just go, dude. You're flagging. You're ready. You're ready for a Thanksgiving pump. I appreciate that. Thank you. That way, if it could just pump, that way my family, you know, like, won't give me as much shit. That'd be cool. Bitstamp has the most history? Yeah. Well, Coinbase is just being a weirdo. It should have more history than that. This SAT thing actually has the coolest history that I've seen. I like this. Has it all the way back to 10. It's a long history, man. Long history of going up and to the right. And leaving the haters behind. Every high. Here's a fact, man. Every single one of these highs, people have said Bitcoin will never rally again. Bitcoin will never go higher. Bitcoin's going to zero. Every single time. They've been wrong every single time. They were right for a year. You know, as price went down, they were right. For a year. And then you look at 15 years of being wrong. That's why I'm a bull. That's why I'll always be a bull. God, Christmas presents, please. 52 will break the power law. Up there. That's where we're going, Emerson. I swear to God, every single one of these, like, you know, plan B's, like stock to flow, every single one of these Bitcoin's price chart I'm gonna call it a chart projection. I feel like they all just have to break. So I guess we're going under 52K. I feel like gotta snipe that power law. Doesn't mean it's not gonna go back up. I just feel like those always get wrecked. How many times has Plan B redone his model? It's like every time it breaks, he's like, well, I guess we'll do it again. This is the kind of talk you hear at the start of every bear? I mean, sure. What kind? Talking about the bigger picture? I guess it's more important. You know, when price is going up, the bigger picture is probably not that important. And now everyone expects it, so never mind. Exactly. It's wild. Getting jacked? Oh, thank you, crypto. Thank you, crypto. JNZK. I'm getting jacked. I've been very lax in the gym lately. If you guys want my program, I'll send it to you. But he's been dead 400 and something times. Is Bitcoin dead? They stopped saying it a lot. They stopped saying it as much. I think they learned their lesson. Like you can see, Bitcoin being dead has happened a lot less over the last 3-4 years. Bitcoin has died 450 times. There you go. If you invested $100, wow, I love that metric. If you had invested $100 every time it was declared dead, you'd have $93 million today. That's 450 times. So if you'd invested 45K. Yeah, but look at how many were like back here. Yeah, of course. 450 times, and there'll be 451. Tom is Jack. Thank you, sirs. Thank you. I need to lose a little bit right here. I gotta lean out a little bit, but I'm having trouble. Thanksgiving's coming. It's not gonna help. Cast, bruh. Yeah, we're watching. Ooh. Said it looked good on the short term here. Here we go. Breaking the high. 6.5 cents. This is definitely a healthy move for Cass. The close above, not even above, but retaking 5 cents, not selling off. Good move. Good sign. 6.5, 7.5 cents. I don't know how confident I am in it getting through here, but I'm pretty confident in it being tested in the short term. It's gonna be awesome if everything just started ripping. Bitcoin's dead's bearish for your portfolio. If Bitcoin's dead, would be bearish for my life. I am so all in, man. I am way too invested. Cass, this is not a bad run. I just worry, like every chart we've looked at today, I worry that a lot of this is just due to lack of sellers at this point. Just capitulated over the last few months. And now we're just like seeing dead cat bounces, whatever we want to call them. Returns to the mean. Just sellers are tired. We're just moving up to stop out shorts, bait in longs for liquidity. It's what it feels like. So hopefully that's wrong. Hopefully that means we're going higher, higher. Cass does look good here. Oh, bum, bum, bum. Do it, Cass. Pump my bags. I have some Cass somewhere, but dude, it's so underwater now. A lot of coins right at their resistance. Dash. Solana right here. It actually looks like everything wants to take a little move up, doesn't it? I've looked at Link. I have not today. You longed at 0.43. Thanks to Market Cipher. I do love Market Cipher. By the way, there's one more shill of this, because here's the reason I'm shilling it. I don't make any money off this. TradingView wants me to give these away. The ultimate premium one and then the premium one. It's a year-long subscription. Just go retweet this. Tag people. I said I'd randomly at my own discretion, so my discretion wants you guys to win. Discord.gg/TomCrown. Go do it. I mean, if you're paying for TradingView, why not? Right? Just do it. And people always want me to look at Link, and I swear, just never. Link just always is, it makes me sad. This kind of looks the same until proven otherwise. It just looks the same. $17 is still solid. This would be a nice way to reverse. A little hopium. What's up, Ionis Hilaris? What's up, my friend? We got 31 new subscribers since we hit 196K today. That's pretty fire. We have been having a lot more subscribers while live, which was something that was missing all year. Like all year. We're going live and getting like 5 or 10 subscribers live for like 2 hours. It's like actually crazy. Little harmless Shilly should sign up with BYDFi, our exchange partner. No KYC. They got all the trading bots, all the pairs, all the goodies. You see me trading on there all the time. The best deal, though, the best offer that you get for signing up using my link is if you ever have issues with them. You know how bad exchanges customer service is. If you ever have issues, you know, you deposit, it doesn't come through, something wrong address, I don't know. If you ever have issues, I will advocate for you. You come to the Discord, open a ticket, let me know, and I will go to them and say, this person is in my community, they're having this issue, I need answers, I need you to figure it out. It's a huge value. I have a lot of pull with these exchanges. Sorry, not to flex on you, but more than you guys do. And I will put that to your value. I'll put that to your use. So use my link. That's true of all of the links I offer to all the exchanges. I have more. There's more. I'll go to bat for you wherever it is. But yeah, help support the streams. Good shit. There you go. Zek is still here. Need to see that move back up to resistance again. Kind of feels though like it kind of feels like this is gonna happen. That trade's still on the table from like 400 to 393. Still there. Zach looks good. It's freakish that charts look okay right now while the market is clearly in distress. XMR is up there with it. Looking pretty good. Back to 420. Belaze it. But like, that's it. Why is the rest of the market so trash? It's such a dog. It's so weird because nobody cared about these coins like 3 months ago. Nobody was talking about XMR. I mean, we were talking about Monero. Nobody was talking about ZEC like pre-September. Now it's every other word, every other title. It's weird. It's weird. Cass is one of the biggest gainers in the top 300 over the last week now. What about ADA? ADA does not look good. Every stream, people want me to look at ADA. It's not been doing the hottest. Cool. The long is playing. Looking for like 50 cents. Could take a short at 50 cents if you're staying bearish. I'm just like not sure what to do with this. Like with this wick. On all these charts you have this wick and then just a downtrend. Most of them look like they want to break up. They look like descending channels, but like timing that's hard. Still think that's the play. Yeah, not a lot going on there. Grinding up. A lot of the market is peaking. It's like putting its little toe out there, dipping in the water, waiting. God, Bitcoin, I know you're waiting for me to end the stream. As soon as I end it, it'll be like, goodbye. We caught the move in the beginning, so we're good. What's up, Brian 𝐂𝐴𝐳? Welcome. How you doing, brother? Fill in the wicks. I feel like a lot of, you know, all these cards can be different, but like I feel like a lot of those wicks don't ever get filled. Some of them are so low. Is there a metric we can chart and track to follow privacy decoupling? You can look at 𝐒𝐫_BTC. 𝐒𝐫_BTC shows you 𝐒𝐫 decoupling. Decoupling is a dangerous term. Very dangerous term. I think because it implies like it's a permanent thing. Coupling, decoupling, I feel like it's always like a fleeting. It's always a fleeting correlation. It's always on its way out. Like once you observe it, it's on its way out. Monero BTC. Give you another picture. Making moves. Monero was the last coin that I bought spot. It is. Tomorrow's Thanksgiving. What are you guys doing for Thanksgiving? No more white screens. I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't try. I never try to white screen you. Gold Zao. Been live an hour and a half for really not a lot going on. That's not bad. Dash moving. I think I closed Dash. How did I close it? I just mindlessly close stuff, to be honest. I should just keep linking ADA up forever because you guys always ask. Every stream, linking ADA. It's because you guys love pain. Yeah, Dash low time frame does look very good there. It looks like what I was saying about Caspa earlier in the stream. Caspa broke up from there. That does look solid. Testing resistance. Lows coming up. Still could see that happen. 76 though, like right here, Dash can retake 76, close the day in green, close the day up here. You're starting to look good again. Begins to look solid if you can retake it. If you reject, then you're looking at 41.16. I think this bet is good though. I think that's a good bet. Just under 100. Stop was tight. This is like a very high risk reward. 8.3 to 1. Fire. Market does look bouncy. Looks rubbery. This is a good recovery. This is on XRP. This actually looks like Sol. Sol's having a solid recovery. Like this megaphone pattern, and then you just reverse at the low. Over on Sol, see something kind of similar. It's a little tighter on Sol. But yeah, you have these like beautiful V shape. You have a breakdown, and then an uptrend began. I like it. Underwear pattern. I just made that up. XRPs looks pretty similar. I see some strength in that. We were talking about, I don't know, 240, 250 back here. Probably Monday. Took the short here simply because short over long when we had that test. Probably move the stop. This is solid. Come back up. I want everything to break up. I want everything to go up. I want Thanksgiving to be joyous. Be pumping. What's up, God? Wicks, candle bodies, or most touch points for what? Poll for what? Most touch points. What do you mean, XRP goat? Bears getting wrecked? I hope so. They did get wrecked pretty much all the last 3 years, but a little more. What am I buying in a bear market? Bitcoin. I'm not buying shit else. Nope. Unless something changes in this cycle, unless Bitcoin has another leg up and all these alts like go nuts one more time and we see any major coin actually put it on an all-time high. I'm talking like Solana actually go up, Ethereum actually go up. Like 2 all-time highs, not just retest them and fail. If that doesn't happen, I'm only buying Bitcoin this bear market, which is typically true anyway. I always load up on some random stuff, but like if nothing happens, and if this is over and nothing happens now and we're just in a bear market and it's slow and painful for the next year, like that will have been the ultimate shitty like anti-alt case. Alts did nothing this cycle. If it's over, they did nothing. How many of them went to all-time highs and then did nothing? I mean, XRP performed like maybe the best of them, and it really didn't do anything either. Like, the all-time high isn't here. The all-time high before was like 3 something. This, at least it actually hit a new all-time high and held it for more than 1 second. Just look at Ethereum, Solana, just everything, dude. Everything had like 1 minute at all-time high. Yep, there it is. So you put it 331 was 2017's all-time high. To be fair, even XRP didn't hold it very long, but at least better than the others, man. There's like 3 days, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 days, 11 days, 12 days, 13 days, maybe like 15 days at an all-time high. But even realistically, even this doesn't convince me to get alts. Like, what the hell? Nothing went anywhere. Just Bitcoin. Bitcoin barely went anywhere. But if we don't see something, and I'm still holding out that we will, if we don't see something, man, I don't know why. I don't know why I'd be stacking alts. It's like they did not convince me that they are a good idea. And of course, I still have alts, or I still have bags. Still got my bags. They're packed. They've been packed, some of them, for a very long time. I was happy to get out of a lot of my XRP position this year, or last year. Damn, it was already a year ago. $2, not the best. I still have, I don't know, I still have a few $1,000s worth, but like, got out of most of that. I would love to get out of a lot of my bags. I've been holding them so long. So long. Forever, even. Random burp with no excuse me. Printing very soon. I hope so, dude. I hope so. I'm EP. Alt season starts when QE starts. I mean, dude, I would like I said, I haven't lost hope. I still think that this bull market isn't over. At this point, though, Bitcoin's gonna have to prove that, right? It's the onus is in its court at this point. Gotta see something happen. Maybe QE is it. That'd be cool. I think that's max pain. I think that blasting to all-time highs, Bitcoin hitting all-time highs, selling off first, entering bear market, and then alts like kind of cyclically or rotating, pumping to new all-time highs, people chasing them, buying the tops. I think that's max pain. I think that's max extraction. Been playing too much Arc Raiders. Max extraction. I think that's it. I laid out when I think that is invalid. We're not there yet. I think it's it. But we'll see, man. This cycle's been weird. A lot of people think it's over. At some point, they'll be right. I don't know if they're right now. Either way, my friends. Either way. Tomorrow is Thanksgiving. Hopefully, we have a gift coming for us. We'll be able to show our faces at Thanksgiving. That's my hope. That our family is not too mad at us during this Thanksgiving. If you're down, here's a good little way to A little way to get some of those losses back. Go retweet this. Tag 2 people. I'm giving away 2 of the expensive yearly memberships to TradingView. Will save you a good amount of change. So go retweet it on X, Twitter, at Tom Crown. Sign up with BYD Fire Exchange Partner. Jump in the Discord, discord.gg/Tom Crown. Check out all of our free educational lessons. They're gorgeous. They're the best on this channel. YouTube.com/Tom Crown. Have a good Thanksgiving. Bitcoin's probably just going to like pump as soon as I end the stream, as it usually does. What's up, the Payson 007? Hopefully we have a green turkey day. I'll be back on Friday. I'm going to do Thanksgiving tomorrow. Unless Bitcoin is absolutely wild and you will not see me. Go spend time with your family. Charts will be here when we're done.